Want to know what's really in all the foundations and concealers you're putting on your face? Stay tuned. Hey everybody, it's Lisa, owner of Peaches Skincare. You can visit us at peachesskincare.com, and I also invite you to follow us on Instagram or Facebook to see a little bit more about who we are, or our holistic Lisa skincare. But most everything you're going to learn is going to be here on YouTube, and I answer everyone and everything here as long as you ask with love and kindness. If you're new, and I have so many wonderful new people, I am 56 years old, I have no foundation and concealer on, and I don't use any filters. So what you're seeing is real skin. I've had a few people comment that I make you feel guilty about foundation and concealer. I'm just here to educate you. I am not trying to make you feel guilty, but if you tuned in and you want to have better skin, you need to know the facts. Some people have said that I have really great genes. I wish that were the truth, but it's not. I do not have great genes. If you saw my mother or my grandmother, you may see that I have actually taken care of my skin. I have people comment on the color of my skin. I take care of my skin and have for decades. I am very regimented, and I want to teach you that you can cause change in your body or on your skin just by making a few changes and being consistent. So today we're going to talk about foundations. I do have a little list over to the side so I don't leave anything out, and I really just want to give you a few of the ingredients that you should be aware of. There are so many, and I think it's because so many of you from the beauty industry are told to demonize certain things like essential oils or baking soda or apple cider vinegar, natural things that are good for your skin when used properly. And yet, no one or those same people make tons of foundation or put foundation and concealers on their face that really have some pretty toxic or not so great things for your skin in them. So the first thing I'm going to start with is talc. So talc and asbestos are mined very close to each other. They are not one and the same, but it is really hard to get talc without asbestos particles in it. And asbestos, as we know, can be cancer causing and can really cause some issues. So when you see talc in your product, you have to assume that there is some asbestos in your product. The other thing is wax, and it can be wax or it can say something like candelilla. And essentially, imagine that you are packing wax on your face every single day. So if you think of your pores, which are really hair follicles, as constantly having wax pushed into them, eventually you're going to have issues. You're going to have breakout, you're going to have maybe fungal and bacteria issues. And so when they put wax in a product, that can really cause issues on your skin or with your skin. The other one is monomores. This is bad. I'm so bad at words, guys. Monomores, or acrylic acid polymer. Now, these are toxic when absorbed through the skin, and essentially it has to be a low absorbing or a low absorption rate polymer or monomers, and that just isn't always something that they know or can be aware of on different types of people or on your skin. Even though I think everyone has normal skin, I think it's what you do to it daily, weekly, and monthly, we still don't know what would absorb into your skin more than, say, someone else. If you're new to my channel, you all hear me talk about the callus layer and how many times that thickness is what keeps our skin from being healthy. So if you don't have a callus layer and you're putting all this junk on your face, or you're using different actives with your skin, how do we know what is being absorbed? I hope that makes sense. Sodium chloride. I was shocked at how many labels I saw this on too. That's salt. Salt can be so irritating to the skin. In fact, when I talk about the body, I always say to use a sugar scrub, because salt can be very burning and irritating, and it's just too much for the skin. And so to put it in your foundation, can you imagine how it is irritating your skin and many times causing redness or fungal irritations, or even superficial tears in the skin. Another is parabens. We all know parabens are not great to be in products. We want to be very aware of those in skincare, and there have been so many different studies, but we actually pulled a sunscreen we had, it's probably been 8 years now, because we needed to get the parabens out of it, and we really struggled with that. And so I didn't even put it back on the shelf. But it is something that I do believe you can find anything on the internet, positive or negative, or for what you want or against what you want. But hopefully you understand that I have almost 4 decades of taking care of skin. And so I've been able to see what these things do to the face or do to the skin. Triclosan, an antimicrobial, is essentially what they put it in, but it is linked to many thyroid issues. It's also linked to keeping the body from antibiotics actually being able to work on the body, and therefore creating a lot of these superbugs now where we're antibiotic resistant. And so you really want to be aware of something like that. Why they put it in foundations and concealers, I think it's because it is an antimicrobial, but you've got to be very careful. Another thing would be color or parfum or fragrance. When they use that term, that is a fragrance. They're adding it to the product. And you can have irritation and so many problems. And with color, if it's an iron oxide and it's natural or a mineral, I'm usually pretty good with that, but you've got to be so careful if it has numbers or colors next to it, like reds and blues and yellows. Those can really irritate your skin. So really, in closing, those are just a few things, but if you have a cut on your face or an acneic outbreak and you put these things on your face, you're leaving an opening for problems to happen on your skin. Many times when you go to wash your face after you're done wearing this all day, do you ever notice a different color or that your skin on your face is red and irritated? It is because of all of these chemicals you're putting on. And another thing that I always like to talk to my women about, especially, my male clients don't typically wear makeup. They don't typically color their hair. And yet so many of my women clients have thyroid issues, breast cancer issues, internal issues with different types of hormones, and we just have more problems going on in our body at times. And I do believe, after watching skin and taking care of skin and women for almost 4 decades, that a lot of it does have to do with the acrylic nails, the foundations, the concealers, the color in our hair. But that isn't meant to make you feel guilty. It's just meant to educate you and have you look at how you can improve your health and improve yourself. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that if you have any questions, you ask with love and kindness below, and I hope you all stay beautiful naturally.